Hello and welcome. If you need a document notarized at night, you are not alone. A lot of people search for a night notary because they realize the problem too late in the day. Banks may be closed, local stores may stop offering service, and driving around after hours is frustrating. So in this video, we will talk about what night notary really means, how online night notarization works, when it's a good fit, what you need to prepare, and what limitations you should check before you begin. If your priority is getting something notarized tonight, this video will help you understand the fastest practical path. Let's start with the short answer. When people search for a night notary, what they usually want is a notarization option after normal business hours. In real life, that often means an online session, not a late open branch. For many users, online notarization is the most practical option because it can be done from home. It is easier to arrange after hours, and it usually gives you a clearer path when time matters. That said, there's one important thing to verify first. You should confirm that your document and the person or organization receiving it will accept remote online notarization. So the real issue is not just price. It is urgency, timing, and whether the notarized format will be accepted. Now let's look at what people really mean when they search for a night notary. Usually, they are not asking for a technical definition. They are asking practical questions like, can I get this notarized tonight? Is anything open after 5? Can I do this from home? Can I avoid driving to a bank or UPS store? And how quickly can I get notarized PDF back? So this keyword is really about urgency, access, and convenience. That is why night notary is such an important topic. It connects naturally with after-hour service, same-day help, online access, and a simple flat fee message. In other words, this is not just a notary topic. It is a problem-solving topic. So, how does online night notarization actually work? The process is usually very simple. First, you upload the document and prepare for the session. That means making sure the file is ready, your name is correct, and the notarial act is clear before the meeting starts. Second, you join a live video session. The signer appears before the notary using real-time audio and video technology. During that session, identity verification is completed according to the platform's process. Third, the document is signed and notarized electronically, and then returned as a notarized electronic file. So the basic idea is this: remote, live, and identity checked. That is why online notarization can work well for nighttime situations when speed and convenience matter. Now, let's talk about when a night notary helps the most. This option is especially useful for last-minute travel forms, affidavits, declarations, and other documents people suddenly need outside normal business hours. It also makes sense for people working late, people living across time zones, or anyone who simply wants to finish the process from home. But not every document is the same. Some documents may still require wet ink, paper originals, witnesses, apostille follow-up, or special acceptance rules from a government office, court, or other receiving party. So night online notarization works best when the recipient accepts a remote, notarized electronic file, and when you confirm any special requirements in advance. Before starting, make sure you have the right setup. You will usually need a valid government-issued photo ID, the document in a digital format that can be reviewed, a phone or computer with a working camera and microphone, stable internet, and access to your email. It is also important that your name matches the document and your ID exactly, and that you are in a quiet place for the live session. One more point. Do not sign too early if the instructions tell you to wait. Always follow the platform or notary's instructions on when to sign. A smoother session usually comes down to simple preparation. If your ID, document, and technology are ready, the process is much easier. So, how does a night online notary compare with a traditional branch notary? The biggest difference is availability. A branch notary depends on business hours, staff presence, and travel. A night online notary is designed for after-hours demand and can be completed remotely. There is also a difference in urgency. If you need something notarized tonight, a branch option may or may not be available. Online service is usually the more direct path. The price message is different too. A branch may be free for some customers or unavailable to non-customers. Online service gives a more predictable flat price signal. And finally, the output is different. A traditional branch workflow often starts with paper. Online notarization can give you a faster path to a notarized PDF. Now let's cover the limitations, because this is important. Remote notarization is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Some documents, some jurisdictions, and some receiving parties may still require an in-person notarization. In other cases, the document may involve witnesses, apostille steps, recording issues, or paper original delivery requirements. When that happens, the workflow may be more complicated than a simple online session. So the right question is not only, can I get this notarized tonight? The better question is, will my recipient accept this notarized format? That is the key point. Fast service only helps if the final document is actually valid for the purpose you need. So here's a decision guide. Choose a night online notary if you need evening or night availability. Want to complete the process from home, prefer a simple flat price option, and want a faster path to a notarized PDF. Choose a daytime branch notary if your recipient wants wet ink or in-person handling. If the document has special witness or recording requirements, or if timing is not urgent and going to bank or store is convenient for you. The main takeaway is simple. Start with acceptance rules, then choose the fastest valid path. Thanks for watching. If you need a document notarized after hours, online notarization may be the most practical option. And if you found this video helpful, feel free to check the related guide and compare your options before you decide.